Yo, yo, yo. That's it. Mic sounds good. All right. Where are we? GJ's pushing, gold's pushing. Oh, bless me. Let's do some daily analysis. Cool. So gold is currently bullish. In fact, who's here in the chat? I'm not talking to myself. What's up, Benny? What's up, Rosie? What's good? What's good? What's good? So gold currently bullish. Did we break yesterday's low? Let's see. The low yesterday was 2880.31. So we did break yesterday's low by 0.6 pips, but it's pushing back up. So structure wise, I'm still kind of bullish on gold. If we can break above this resistance, this daily resistance at 29.19, we get a daily closure above, I think gold continues up. So we've got a high, a low. We do have a lower high, but we're currently creating a higher low. So we're inside this massive range between the daily support down here at 28.55 and the daily high at 29.55. 4 hour. Now the 4 hour again is still sideways. So we've got a 4 hour range from 28.85 up to 29.25. We're just playing around in this 4 hour range. So we have kind of made a lower low on the 4 hour time frame, but we're still within this daily range. With my 4 hour levels, so I'm going to remove this or make it lower. Got the 4 hour support here. It's my old lines, and this is the 4 hour resistance. So we're in this 4 hour range here. It's a massive range. 28.87. Okay, we're currently, hey Anna, so we're at this 4 hour resistance here. Now the 30 minute. So yeah, we're just ranging in the 4 hour at the moment. We're currently at this 4 hour res. Yeah, gold is just still very, it's in a massive range and it's moving from the highs and lows of the range. Need a good breakout. And a good breakout. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for gold. And now if I want it to continue up, I need a closure above the 4 hour resistance. I also want to see some structure to support and then buy up from that level. I want a nice range. I want gold to create a nice range for me. It's got support here. So I know we're at a 4 hour level, but This resistance has been tapped quite a few times. Yeah, potentially a closure above, because it'll be above the 4-hour resistance too, and then buy up to this next 4-hour resistance, which is what, 90 pips away, 90, 100 pips up to this 4-hour res. Okay, GJ. So I was in GJ buys quite early on today. Got into some GJ buys. We made a low, started pushing up. Currently bullish inside this range. 4-hour support here. Yep, 4-hour resistance there. There is a gap on GJ that needs filling. Hey, yeehaw. This little gap right here, I was looking to get filled. And we got this resistance here. It's pushing. So I actually closed my, I got closure above here, had this lovely retest, and then pushed up. So I got in at the break of this high. That was entry 1. And then entry 2, I saw this continuation pattern, and obviously by then I'm in profit, so I added another position. Once I see this pattern forming, I took an entry as soon as this candle opened. It pulled down a little bit and then I got in. So I'm getting at 190.6 area, and then I closed both positions at this resistance. So yeah, not a bad trade for this morning. I was hoping that this 11 o'clock candle closed above this resistance here, so I could get in again, but it closed right below, and I didn't want to go for the impulse entry because we had this bearish wick to the left as well. So yeah, I got out, didn't get another entry, so let's see what we get today. Our pound yen target wise, really aiming for this wick to get, this gap, sorry, to get filled. If this gap gets filled and this resistance holds, I'm looking for sells back down. So we've got the 4-hour closing in an hour and 17 minutes. So if this 4-hour closes below like this resistance here, it's a stretch because it is 30 pips away, but if I get a lower high on the 4-hour, I'm looking for sells back down, because I still think pound yen is playing this range. So we've had the push up, now I'm looking for the retracement back down, but this is a nice gap to get filled right here. Should I make it a box? No, I'm not going to make it a box. But I'm going to put a little line here, just for the gap to get filled. So that's pound yen today. Anyone catch any moves this morning? Anyone catch any moves? I saw some gold buys. I did see some gold buys, and I hesitated because I was in GJ buys. So I didn't take the gold. I went for the pound yen. But gold had a nice little run this morning. Where did I see gold? I saw gold. Yeah, it was a bit down here. It was creating the support. Took the GJ buys for the gap fill. Yes, this gap is getting filled, obviously. Very nice trades today. Very nice trades. Only 20 pips from the gap fill. Oh, these two lines might be a bit confusing, but we'll see it happen anyway. I would like a gold closure above, continue up in the next 14 minutes. You're in gold buys. Oh, nice, nice. Where did you get in? One hour continuation pattern 2903.75. Oh wow. Oh, this is a perfect entry. This is a really nice trade. So 0.75 would be about, I can't get it exactly, but here. Nice. If you use entry candle lows, 34 pip stop. Yeah, I can't. I know you're not having a 62 pip stop loss. Nice trade, man. Nice trade. No, that was a nice one. That was a nice move. Definitely. Yeah, like I said, I was focusing on GJ, so I took the GJ buys instead. But yeah, this was a good move. So you're up what, 100 pips? Had a clean range all the way up to at least what, 50 pips here. So about 43 pips there, 73 pips here, 100 pips up to the next. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This is a banger. Yeah, real nice, real nice. Okay, so we've tapped into this resistance on GJ. I'm gonna move this one here. Yeah, that's why I got out of my GJ buys. That's because there's so many levels to the left. So many levels to the left. You have that resistance on your broker at 191. Let me see. Yeah, I got it on mine. I got it on my IC, got it on a Wanda. Either way, it's where the gap was. So that's where price opened and dropped. So yeah, I mean, it's obviously a level because look what it's rejecting from that area. Plus it's a psychological number, psychological level, 191. It's definitely an area that's going to have some reaction. I don't know if we'll get the closure above on gold, though we do still have 7 minutes, but we could be getting a lower high here. Got news as well in 2 hours. Fix that. So that needs to be 1. Cool. So gold's holding at this resistance. GJ's holding at this resistance. I do want some sells, but I want the gap to be filled first. I want to fill the gap first. what gold, that gold drop yesterday, it happened so late in the afternoon, but this was a nice drop. Wasn't the cleanest of ranges down because obviously all of these supports to the left here, but I mean it tapped right into this low, had this closure below, and it drove down. So this was what, 140 pips. It just tanked. This is a good level here. This 28.80. So to get the push back up, 330 pips back up. Choose. Gold really moves when it's ready. GJ's pulling back. GJ's pulling back. So not only is this a resistance, it's a psychological level. It's these 191 levels, these round numbers, 191, 190, 189, 192. We've always seen strong moves away from these levels. Look, this is the 192 area. What we've pushed down. Well, this isn't really here, but all around here, when you get close, you're always going to see some reaction. Come on, Goldie. Not going to give us that closure in 20 seconds? Nope. Might get a 1 hour lower high. Push down. What's 4 hour looking like? Yeah, we're at this 4 hour resistance too. So I wouldn't even be surprised if gold retraced some of this push up. Okay, so GJ respected that resistance. Nice rejection wick. I can see GJ retracing the bullish move. Yeah, I think it retraces, but I was anticipating the gap to get filled first. I really thought the gap would get filled. It might still happen. I don't see why not. Might just be getting a bit of structure here, because it's quite a push. Look, it's 100 pips. GJ's really been moving. There's been a lot of volume in pound yen recently, but look at that. I mean, 130 pip push from this morning. Was forming higher lows, and just, yeah, pushed up. And we don't have any news for pound yen until Thursday, which will be GDP. And even that, I don't think is going to be crazy high impact. I don't think it'll be crazy high impact. Let's go back. Just got to wait for some volume in these pairs now. Time change is still throwing me off. New 4-hour candles. I wonder if DJ breaks this structure. Even though I want the sells, I don't want to take the sells yet. So I'm just waiting for the structure to give me that confirmation. Because we've got the buy up, little pullback. So what I would need to see is obviously the structure to break and then come down, I guess, something like that. That's what's happened. If we break below this support, we maybe retest and then sell back down. Retest this broken resistance. Yeah, that's what I wanna. That's what I would want to see for the sells. Cool. Come on, volume, kick in. Give us something. Okay, since we have JOLTS today, let's look at what happened last month for JOLTS. JOLTS jobs opening, it was February the 4th. At 3 p.m. No other news that day, and it was bad numbers, so it missed. Okay, JOLTS, Feb 4th. So it would have been, oh, this candle here. Nothing crazy. 42 pip push and a little gap, so it did actually gap up and push, so call it 48 pips. That's on bad numbers. So the forecast was 8 mil, came out 7.6. Today they're expecting 7.65 mil. That's new jobs. So potentially if we get good numbers, we see a drop in gold, since we had bad numbers and we got a push. That's the only way I can see it. So it just depends on the results now. Okay, GJ's pulling back. So this is good. GJ's creating a range. So if we get a pullback, maybe a retest of this support. If we get a closure below this support, I'm looking for sales back down to the resistance. But at some point, I'm looking for buyers back to fill this gap. So a closure below this support, I'm in some sells. If it holds, hopefully we get another support, and then we can continue the buyers up. GJ is still bearish, to be honest. I think so. I think GJ is still bearish. Alright, 15-minute candle's about to close. Yeah, 15 definitely looks like it's starting to pull back. We had it engulfing, driving down. I'm glad I got out my buys. It's coming back to my second entry. So even though today is bullish, GJ is obviously bullish today. Daily's bullish. 4 hours bullish. If the 4 hour closes with a big rejection, I think we make a lower high to keep pushing down. And also, taking sells while everything is bullish is not counter trend. It's not a counter trend trade because overall the trend is bearish. So yeah, GJ sells would be the continuation phase of the structure, the cells. Now the support's either going to break or hold. Maybe even some sells on gold, closure below. Since we're just playing in this range. And again, another rejection from a 4 hour level. I like gold. Gold's got a nicer range. Okay, GJ's holding at this support. I'm holding GJ buys and looking for gold sells. Yeah, the gold sells I like. GJPYs I think are still valid until we get this gap filled, as long as this support holds. Gold can close by these wicks, or at least break these wicks. Sales look amazing. Maybe a little retest of this broken support, a wick up, and then boom, sell all the way down. But gold, don't fall without us. Wait for us. Still 11 minutes till this candle, this 30-minute candle closes. It's a 15 looking like. Yeah, gotta wait for that confirmation. I think the focus is going to be on gold, because the only way I'll get into some GJPYs right now is if it closes above this resistance. So there's no buy opportunities here. If it had closed above this resistance here, where it's like tapped quite a few times, like here, about 4 or 5 times, I would have got in anticipating volume would have pushed past this resistance to the left where the start of this gap is, and then kept on pushing. And yeah, I would have been in. Gold is breaking 1 hour lows too. Oh, this gold pullback looks like it's going to be good. Oh, gold pulling up. Yeah, gold sells. It's looking very good. We've tapped this 15-minute support. Probably why it bounced there. Okay, pound yen looks like it's still creating higher lows. Even though they're very close together, we got the low, higher low here. And if we close bullish, we got a higher low here too. Nice, 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 nice. But yeah, pound yen, like I said, closure above that resistance, but gold D. So for gold, if it closes below, I want to pull back as close to this support as a retest as possible if it closes below, and then I want the sells down. Seems like everyone caught some of these GJPYs today though. Yeah, it was a nice push up. Not being able to catch any of these 100 pips would have been, yeah, crazy. Look, clean range to the left too. Yeah, very nice closure above. Very nice closure above. And I don't think I've taken many, I haven't held many pound yen buys recently because I've been so bearish. So I did catch a buy like a couple mornings ago, and that was a quick 25, I think 24 pips I took on that. So that was nice. In and out with the pound yen buyers, but today I held a little bit longer. So I think in total the pips I caught today, let me see what my trades at. Oh, where's the account? About 50 pips. 50 pips today in total. because this was the resistance I had around 190, like 88. And it's a bit lower than that. Yeah, about here. Where did I get out? Where's my exit? Yeah, 60 pips there. Yeah, not bad. Wow. Okay, gold didn't want to give us those sells just yet. What a pullback. Gold's got further to go. Further up to go. Okay, no sells. Still kind of have this continuation pattern that's formed here. Though it did tap into a resistance. That's why I didn't really like it. I'm gonna have to wait for the next 30-minute candle for both pairs. Yeah, not seeing no moves yet. I would even say that we're waiting for news, but this news isn't even that high impact. So I don't even think that's the case. Just a bit of a slowdown after everything's pushed. We have a massive push on gold. Price is chilling. Massive push on pound yen. Our price is chilling. Gold sells are still on the table. Yeah, I mean, we still have this resistance that hasn't been broken. So we've retested 29.15. We've formed a resistance. If this candle breaks the last high though, the sells are off the table for me. For the meantime, Oh, it came close. It came close, didn't it? Came very close. Wow. It's quite a pullback. Pound yen doing nothing. When price is ranging all day, how long would you wait for a trade? Honestly, I have the times that I trade. So London session between 7 and 9:30. New York session between like 11:30 till about 2, 3. That's depending on news. It's depending on if there's any NY or USD news in the afternoon. Then I might look a little bit after that. But late into the evening, after, I want to say after 4, 5, I'm not taking any trades. I always have the charts up. Well, sometimes I take it off if I'm tired of looking at the charts all day. But a lot of the times I just leave it on in the background because I want to see how the day closes. I want to see what's happened at the end of the day. Because obviously I do a daily analysis and I want to see how that plays out. Now, what's happened that's affected the charts, things like that. But yeah, I'm never, if I don't take a trade within my specific times, then I'm not really focused on the charts until after like 3:30. But I'm in other groups that trade quite late into NY. And if they say something that makes me look, like yesterday someone said, oh, like late move for gold. And that was about, what time was that? When it started dropping. Yeah, that was like 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. I just happened to look at the price and I saw the price was low. So I opened the chart. It's like, wow. Yeah. So I'll keep an eye on it, but trade-wise, nah. I'm not waiting for any trades too late. If I don't trade in a day, it's fine. I'd rather not take a trade outside of my time where I have less probability of knowing what's going to happen. Because I don't back test until late. I stopped right after NY open too. Exactly. I'm trying to catch the volume. That's really what it is. And normally you get volume at market opens. Normally. So we've got 20 minutes. 10 minutes until 9 a.m. NY. And then 9:30. Reckon I should stay for news? I mean, 50 pips. I don't think I'm missing much after the 50 pips. What I did like about the news last month though is if you notice, it was the 4th. Wait, oh no, on the wrong pair would help. So on gold, 4th. So we had the push up. And then we had this massive retracement, which was more than the actual news push. So look, price pulled back 97 pips. See, it made this long bottom wick. So really, it pulled back about 109 pips. That's not even from the high to the low. So I'll call it 110. So we had that drop and then a push back up. So I'm kind of looking for that kind of volume today. Oh. So we broke the previous high on the 30-minute for gold, but it's not really giving that push. Still waiting for a closure above. $15-minute closure on gold. Ooh, you know, I don't like that 15. But I mean, it looks pretty clean. Get a slightly earlier entry. How big would your stop loss be though? It's a decent stop loss. Oh, it's not even bad, you know. Look, 32 pips. 32 pips. Let's see if it closes above and how far above it closes. Then stop loss will be slightly bigger. But it doesn't look bad if it's going to continue up. Not a bad stop loss at all. It's sure pushing. It's moving. $15-minute closure above. GJ is just ranging. yeah, I can't. I need that 30-minute closure, you know. I need that 30-minute closure on gold. The 15 is not for me. If I can get that 30-minute closure, I'm good. $15. You closing? What are we doing? Looks like it's just about gonna close. 30 seconds. Oh yeah, we got the closure on the 15. Just get you a nice bottom wick. Maybe retest that broken resistance. How big will your stop loss be? If you use previous candle, 38 pips. It's not bad. It's not bad. If it pushes up too much now, when I want to get a trade on the 30-minute, then yeah, I'm a bit messed up, because then the stop loss will be huge. You think it's better to wait for 9 o'clock for gold? There's a 1 hour resistance at 9:16. To be honest, I mean, there's a lot of resistances to the left. There are a lot of resistances to the left. I'm not taking anything until at least this 30-minute candle closes anyways. But I was just looking at the 15-minute because Benny was saying there's a closure above. So yeah, either way, I'm waiting for the 4 hour to close, the 30-minute. 1 hour levels I don't really use, if I'm honest with you. And I think if we do get a gold push, then volume will push it past all these resistances. Especially with news in an hour. So yeah, one hour levels, yeah, no. Not to say it's not valid, it's just I don't use it. Just like 15 minutes. For some reason, just the 15-minute and the 1 hour, it just doesn't. 1 hour is too long for me to wait for a setup. and I can get better. I've tested it, I've back tested the 1 hour, but I find I get better entries with the 30-minute. Just how Benny gets better entries with the 15, because it's a shorter time frame, you get entries a little bit lower. But look, this. Also, I use levels that are tapped a lot. So we've got this 1 hour resistance here. It's been tapped a couple times. This one hasn't really been retested as much. But then when you drop down to the 30, you've got 1, 2, 3. We're tapping into it again. It's just a bit more information. Oh, this 15 is really respecting that level, isn't it? Gold is coming back into this range. This gold range is just so unfun. Pound ending looks like it's pushing. Always the last 10 minutes of these 30-minute candles, that's when we start to see the volume kick in. Oh shoot, one sec. Oh, right, sorry. Oh, gold falling. GJ's pushing. Oh, we've got options here. We've got options. I don't know which one I prefer. Gold buys or gold sells or GJ buys. I want the gold sells. I want to see if gold closes below this 4-hour support. 4-hour resistance. That's really what I'm looking at. What it does at this first level here. So if gold closes below, say 29.14. If it closes below 29.14, I'm thinking sells on the next 4-hour. But would still have to wait for a confirmation to get into those sells. If it closes above this 29.15, then I'm looking for buyers. Yeah, for sure. This GJ level still holding. Local. Alright, let's bring gold up over here. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. Okay. Well, we need to get this GJ gap filled regardless. Come on, this gap needs to get filled. We needed a bit of structure before price carried on in any direction. Yeah, buys incoming. Looks so. Looks like it. Alright, let's zero in. I'm gonna have to use the entry candle for a stop loss, I think. Because even a 15 is going to be massive. Oh man, it's pushing up too much right into this next resistance. Oh wow. Can't even use 15. Your GJ buy is still valid. Yeah, man, nice one, nice one. Nice one. Where did you get in, Chris? What was your entry? I had some buys on this morning, but I got out of those at the resistance. I was looking for another entry, and it just looks like it's flying past. Damn. Alright, GJ. I mean, a closure above this next resistance would be even better. 191.32. You got this clean range up to the left. Woo! 190.254. I was kind of close to where mine was. I was at 190.278 to be exact. So yeah, pretty close entries. What strategy do you use? Gold closing 2, nice and bearish. Oh, so many options today, so many options. I want a closure below 2912 for some sells. Okay, let's split this screen right here. Cool. Oh, nothing's giving me the entry, the setup. Can't get a closure below on gold, not getting a closure above on pound yen. That's a bit annoying. Go on, push 4 pips quickly. Nah, that's not happening. Alright, new 4-hour candle opening for both pairs. GJ 4-hour. So now this isn't really a 4-hour resistance here. It was where the gap was to start the week, but it kind of closed right at it. What's gold doing? Gold looks like a continuation pattern to go down. I think gold's gonna pull back here. And what's GJ doing? GJ is pushing. Does it have a bottom wick? Just about a bottom wick. Just about. But let's see. This 4-hour needs to break the previous 4-hour high and keep pushing up. That'll be the play. Well, I'm still bearish on pound yen, so if it creates a... I mean, this 4-hour could push up, but I'm still looking for it to create a lower high. And then sell back down. So any GJ buys I'll take are short-lived, because, you know, my bias is bearish. I mean, gold sells. Nice. Nice, nice. The gold sells look good. They do. I can't lie. It's just these wicks to the left. These wicks to the left. Prices failed to close where those wicks are. We keep on getting rejections. But we do have a clean range down for those sells. GJ's pushing. Alright, it's broken that previous high. Go on, GJ, fly. I use breakout and I say reject the FBG 189.9 and 190.3. That sounds like some ICT stuff. Okay, good job, good job. Hey man, whatever works for you. Whatever works for you. Seems like it's working because caught the same trade I did. Same entry. What's your TP? Where are you looking to get out? Oh, gold is dropping. Yeah, gold looks good. Good for the sells. All the way back down. Retest either this broken resistance or this support. Go on gold, you're gonna continue? You chilling? What are we doing? GJ took off. Still cautious about this candle though, because it's a new 4-hour candle with no, well, it's got barely a bottom wick. So I still think that price is going to come down and make one. Like this candle is going to make a bottom wick before it really continues. Well, I hope that's what happens. Just because it hasn't moved that far, come create your bottom wick and then keep going. Or it's going to create a top wick and then flip. And then just continue driving back down. You just hit your TP or your 191.52. Nice trade, man. Nice trade. What's that? 120 pips? 125 pips or so? Beautiful. Very nice. All in the day's work. Gold's looking very good. close partials now. Yes, Benny. That was a nice catch. Let the rest run. Beautiful. Pound yen pulling back a little bit. Look at that. Gold on the 4 hour. So it respected that previous 4 hour resistance. It's now broken the last 4 hour low. Looks like GJ's coming back to make that 4 hour bottom wick. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up. So pound yen, in order to get some buys, now I'm looking for structure. I'm looking for some structure. So a support, maybe a resistance, then a support, maybe a retest of this broken resistance, and then a continued push back up after this 4 hour makes a bottom wick. For sells on pound yen, for sells, I need to see downtrend structure. So again, we've got a resistance, and then I want to see a low, and then a lower high, and then down. So anytime there's a push up, this is the structure I look for sells. I've got obviously a bearish bias, so I would look for a closure below this support to get into some pound yen sells. If I see this, a high, lower high, the low's broken, sells, boom. On gold, I was kind of waiting for this closure below, so I'll need to see the same thing on gold now, like structure, because we've pushed so much below this support and there's nothing to the left. We've got a clean range, so I need the same kind of bearish structure confirmation for me to get into some sells. Alternatively, still looking for a closure above, like 29.15, maybe 29.17, like one of these levels, because we've got obviously the first one here and then the next one here, but we do have all of this in between. So I would want to ideally clear these resistances to the left, and then we've got a clean range up all the way up until 29.26, which is, how big is this range? 97 pips. Oh no, gold's going down. So that's what I want to see anyway for the rest of the session. I'm going to be watching out for news, see how news plays out. And yeah, that's me for today, guys. Good luck on your trades. Well done if you have taken any trades today. I'm cool with the pips I've taken. I do a breakdown on my Instagram, so you can see it there. So I haven't posted any trades, I haven't taken any in a few days, but I'll post today's one. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for, what's tomorrow? Oh, CPI tomorrow. Ooh, CPI is going to be fun. Always fun. See if we can get a correct analysis like last month, and maybe this month I can actually take the trade. But I'll be looking forward to it. Alright guys, peace out.